Imagine spending the exact same Google Ads budget that you're using right now, but getting way more leads that are actually ready to work with you. That's the dream, right? But if your ads are only getting clicks from curious browsers who never convert, that's a problem. So in this video, we're going to talk about how to get more leads with Google Ads and better quality leads too. So we'll go over how to make sure that your ads are actually showing to the right people, why you might be getting clicks but no conversions, and how to get more high quality leads without increasing your budget. So let's dive in. To make sure your ads are showing to the right people, it all comes down to keywords. You want to be specific. So picking broad keywords for Google Ads is kind of like walking into Home Depot and asking for a tool. Technically, that could be a hammer, a lawnmower, a wrench. So you have to be specific if you want to get the right result. So when it comes to keywords, specificity wins. So if you're using broad keywords like doctor or marketing, you're going to show up in front of a bunch of people who probably aren't looking for what you offer. But if you switch to high intent, more specific terms like doctor near me, you're getting in front of people who are actually ready to book or buy. So let's jump into an example. Let's say you are a chiropractor. If someone is searching for chiropractor near me, they already know that they need to see a specialist to help them with their back. But if they were to search, why does my back hurt? They're still in that information gathering phase, so they're not sure what they need and need to do more research before they're ready to take action. So chances are they'll likely skip right past your ads or click on them and try to find the answer, but the likelihood of them converting is pretty low. This is where long tail keywords work really well. They may get fewer searches, but they attract the right people, the ones more likely to take action. The other point to think about with your keywords is the match type. Google lets you choose between 3 different match criteria: broad match, phrase match, and exact match. So broad match gives Google a lot of control. Phrase match or exact match gives you more control over what searches your ad is showing up for. So if you want better leads, don't be afraid to narrow that matching type down to phrase or exact match. Now you're getting the right people to click on your ad, but are they sticking around to actually convert? This is where your landing page becomes critical, because if people are clicking on your ad, then your ad caught their attention. But if they're getting to the landing page and not taking action, then you're starting to waste your money. So a good landing page needs 3 things: a strong, clear call to action, like a lead form, a click to call button, or a way to schedule a call. Ideally, you want this as high on the landing page as possible so people don't have to scroll or go searching for how to contact you. Second, you need a clean, professional design that loads fast, especially on mobile. And the third is messaging that matches the ad. If your ad promises one thing, but the page says something else, people will leave really quickly. So I saw this in action with a contractor that I'm working with. They had ads running to their landing page, but the contact form was at the bottom of the page. So people had to scroll past all of their information before they could fill out the form to contact him. So we moved the contact form to the top of the page and made it more clear what action we wanted the visitor to take. And we did see a pretty big increase in the amount of leads he started to get almost instantly. Now for the third piece, maybe you're getting conversions and calls from your ads, but the quality of those calls sucks. This is probably the most common issue I see businesses dealing with when it comes to Google Ads. And most business owners I talk to will call it quits at this point and say that Google Ads just does not work for them. But there is a way to increase the quality of those leads you're getting. It's just a matter of teaching Google who you want to be seeing and interacting with your ad. And a big part of this is search term audits. Even if you nail your keywords, Google doesn't always get it right. So Google will try to match your ad to what it thinks someone is looking for, and sometimes it misses. So that's why reviewing your actual search terms is really important. So I set up a campaign recently for a podiatrist in Manhattan. It's a highly competitive area, a lot of doctors. So when we looked at the search terms, we found that the ads were showing up for a lot of their competitors' names, and even for random medical terms that had nothing to do with their services, even though we had the match type as phrase match. So we added all of those irrelevant searches to the negative keyword list, and that tells Google, don't show my ad for this stuff. It's like training Google over time who you want to be seeing and interacting with your ad. The more you clean up your search terms, the better the results and the more efficient your budget becomes. And what starts to happen over time, now that your budget isn't being wasted on those low quality search terms, it leaves more of your budget to go towards the right keywords, which will not only start to bring you better quality leads, but more of them too. All right, now you've got the tools to start pulling in more qualified leads from Google Ads without spending a penny more than you already are. But now comes the next big question most business owners face. Should you keep managing this yourself or bring in an expert? Because let's face it, the Google Ads platform can get pretty overwhelming. So if you're not sure whether to DIY your ads or hire someone to help, I break it down for you in this video right here. So I'll show you when it makes sense to do it yourself and when hiring help could actually save you money in the long run. So go watch that now. It'll make everything you learned today even more effective.